Can you actually believe this? The brand new Anonymous video today. It is the 10th, according to my calendar. The 10th, right? It's, Anonymous is saying that there are, even though, why are the main news channels reporting that, China is wanting to invest loads in business in America and buy up all the businesses and take over there, when Anonymous officials are telling us that China is literally full of all these real estate buildings. They've built ridiculous numbers and amounts of buildings, but no one lives in them. But yeah, they're saying that China's got a massive population issue. There's too many people there, like the population's growing ridiculously. What I don't get is, why is it that they are bringing over insane numbers of Chinese students and Oriental students into West Yorkshire universities, and the university is expanding and growing at a massive rate in such a way that it's actually taking over the town centre, and they are either converting, like the Crown House, which is a 1970s really old building that's blocking all the views off and really outdated, looks terrible, turning that into student flats. They've literally extended the Starship Enterprise University to ridiculous volume, all state-of-the-art modern buildings. Kirklees Council are creating a cultural heart in town for students, designed for students. It's not for the local people. It's not for the local Labour voters even. And no matter what the people say on massive, huge Facebook groups and what objections are sent into the council, it gets approved, it gets approved, it gets approved, it gets approved. All modern tech buildings that have got no design whatsoever for the heritage or history of the place. They got stores all out of Huddersfield, which is an old big house, countryside house, and premises converted to university students, and they've got the sculpture park. Why didn't they build the university out there, but in the town centre? Yet, as I've said, the real working class people living in the surrounding area of Huddersfield, not the countryside area a bit further out, the more posher and richer houses, the closer to town, around the edge of town, those voters for Labour, they are building in more and more houses, blocking off more and more views, making it more and more rubbish. What will that do? Are they making it look terrible and look rubbish with no views and any nice traditional cottages or period buildings, Victorian buildings in the surrounding of Huddersfield that were nice, that did have nice views and that could have been repaired and had some gardening done to look beautiful? They've ruined the chances of that now. They've obstructed the chances. They've literally poured cement in and around everything to make it rubbish. So by the time they've finished filling it in with too many houses, anywhere they can build anything, the builders have built it. They've built something on a bit of spare land at the side of an house, in front of an house, behind an house, on top of an house, under an house. They've filled it in. Every builder who can find any scrap of anywhere to build on, or even knock something down to rebuild it because he gets money out of demolishing it, then he gets money out of building it again, right? What you're left with is even more of a mess, and then the answer is, just flatten it all and rebuild it all new. What you're actually doing is, it is self-harm. It is actually destroying it. I don't know what Barry Shearman is doing in his mind, his entire career. I do not know how Shearman is in his right mind. And the councillors at Huddersfield, they're saying in London that they've investigated Labour and it's full of racism against African people and Asian. It can't be in Huddersfield because more than half of the council are foreign and ethnic. The councillors are all foreign in Huddersfield. They've prioritised ethnic and foreign councillors. There is no racism in Huddersfield. None against minority groups because they've got a majority in the council through Labour. So how is Al Jafreezer investigations when they eventually admit there's hacking, when they admit there's manipulation, when they admit all these corrupt practices in Labour, how is it that there is no racism in Huddersfield, except the only racism in Huddersfield has been against the actual indigenous people, the endemic people, the actual local people who have had the surrounding area of Huddersfield absolutely attacked by builders fighting for scraps of profit and land, and then you're left with a complete total mess. And then in the middle, what they've done is destroyed and ruined the centre for technology, but for what purpose? They've got Leeds, they've got Manchester, there are Sheffield, multiple cities, places you can build new cities. Why did it need to be in the town centre? Why didn't the University of Huddersfield expand out by Stores Hall more? It's been aimed, the barrel, the builder's trowel has been aimed. The town centre it's a Borg assimilation. And then the outer area is being built up by Earl Dartmouth with expensive new houses for Tories. The surrounding area of Huddersfield will be taken over by Tories. So all the surrounding area, 5-10 mile, all around Huddersfield is going to be completely Tory voters, right? And all the centre has been Labour. But they've continued building Labour while it's the Labour Council who have approved the demise of the Labour voters. I don't understand what Shearman's plan is, because Shearman, who has been voting for Shearman? Who in Huddersfield has voted for Barry Shearman, who's Labour? I don't understand these people. Paddock, who has been voting for Labour and Shearman when he's been ruining, building, he's filled it in with concrete in every nook and cranny so you can't see anywhere, but it's solid Labour voting. How have they voted on their own? It's like sinking in quicksand while you're continuing to vote for the person who's pouring quicksand in. I don't understand. But how it turns out is the majority of the voters who have been voting for Labour have been, the largest percentage now is ethnic, which who have voted for the councillors. So they've carried on voting, but it hasn't actually helped. They aren't actually helping themselves out in a way at all. It's just making it more of a mess. It's absolutely, we're being filled in. And then the only solution then will be to, it's almost like they want to, the nucleus in the centre is going to be transformed into this entire university cultural heart. And then all the surrounding area that's been absolutely shrapnelled, they're going to start knocking that down and completely, then that's going to end up turning into more student things. But what I want to know is, why are we blitzed? Why are we got all these Oriental students pouring in to Huddersfield through, Star Trek teleporters, when in China, all these buildings have been building and no one to live in them because no one can afford them. it's not like they're training the students and then they're going back to China and buying them, because they're demolishing them now. They've built that many in China that they're actually demolishing them, and I don't know how they can afford to demolish them. This is what Anonymous is saying on this video, that they're demolishing them. To me, it is a complete and total mess, the whole thing. I don't know what Shearman actually, what is the end game? £200 million. Why haven't they gone out into Stocksbridge or Sheffield or Doncaster and built a New York? New York. What? I don't get Shearman. He can't have been proud. If you're proud of Cambridge University or proud of Oxford, you protect it and preserve it. Shearman is claiming that he's done all this stuff for Huddersfield and West Yorkshire, but it seems to me he's going to be proud of what he's finished building. He doesn't seem to have any pride in what was there, which means he wasn't proud of it. He was not proud. He did not like it here. He wanted to change it because he didn't like it. Because if he liked it, he wouldn't have made all this mess. Barry Shearman does not, he never has loved Kirklees or West Yorkshire. I swear in front of God Almighty, Barry Shearman did not love Huddersfield. He does not love it. He wanted to change Huddersfield. He wanted to completely and totally change it. He didn't like what was there. He didn't like it. He didn't like it. He does not like Huddersfield. Shearman wants a completely different town, a completely different place. Why didn't he build a different place in Stocksmore or Sheffield? Shearman is destroying Kirklees. He is destroying this county. Somebody needs to stop Kirklees Council now. They need to stop this council. It needs to be shut down into hibernation mode until all this is over. We must stop this council now. It cannot build one more road or street or island. The town centre is being transformed into a prison. Every road is bollarded and blocked. We must stop Kirklees Council now.